In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a color block design like this. Okay, so let me show you how to count rounds. So this right here, this center circle is round 1. There's a curve here, and that is where all of the rounds start and end. So where you see this long double wrap, that is where all of my rounds are beginning and ending. I have a bunch of full tutorials on how to get started on a coiled basket. I am showing you how to do a pattern on this one. So for the center, I'm using 4mm braided macrame cord, then I'm using t-shirt yarn, then I'm using this beautiful new yarn that I have, and then now I'm using 3mm braided macrame cord. So I just completed round 7. So from the center circle or the center hole, you'll see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you count down, I also have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I am coming to the end right here, and then I'm going to start round 8, but I'm going to do it a little different. I am going to do color blocks with this coffee color and this mint. So for this round, I'm actually going to show you how to do figure 8 stitches instead of these double wraps that I do. So I am going to just bring this over a bit. I'm actually just wrapping until I get it centered in between these two wraps. So this one here and this one here. So to do a figure 8 stitch, I am going to bring that to the front like this. And then you take your needle and you go to the round right below it and push through to the back. And then pull all that cord. And there it is right there. And then the cord is coming out from here. I'm going to bring it around my base, back up to where I was, right here, and then just continue wrapping. Okay, before I go too far, I'm going to clip this so I can show you the pattern. So I am going to have from this double wrap to this double wrap. So this section here, this is all going to be coffee. And then from here to here, it's going to be mint. And then here to here will be coffee again. And then up here will be mint. So I will keep wrapping until I get to this spot and do another figure 8 stitch. Okay, again, I have the cord towards the front. And I'm going to push my needle through the previous round and pull it all to the back. And then bring it back around my base. That, and then continue wrapping. Okay, so now this part is done with this color. So I'm going to take off my needle and pull this cord to the front. And then I'm just going to clip it really quick while I place my needle through the next color. Okay, so to add new cord, I don't normally add my cord after this many wraps. Usually it's like right after a double wrap or a figure 8 stitch, but because of the design, this is where I have to do the color change. So I am just going to take the old tail. It's already in the front. I'm going to take the new color and place it on the back. I will hold all 3 pieces, these 2 and the filler cord, in my left hand. And I'm holding it right next to this last wrap to keep it supported. And then I'll take the mint and just bring it down and around my base. And very tightly continue to wrap. Okay, I'm going to bring it to the front again because I'm doing the figure 8 stitch. So I will go ahead and push my needle through, pull it all to the back. Then you want to make sure that this is nice and straight since it is visible. I'm going to cut this tail because I don't need it. And then I'm going to bring that around. And continue wrapping. Just want to make sure that this is straight. It's kind of at like a little angle, so I'm going to fix it really quick before I get too far. Just going to loosen it and just pull it over. There, that's better. And then continue wrapping. So this is what I'm going to continue to do for this entire round. So again, I'm going to do the mint until I get here, and then I'll switch back to the coffee, and then mint, and then coffee. So now I'm just going to continue to wrap until I'm centered here, and I will do the figure 8 stitch again, and then wrap until I am here and do the figure 8 stitch again. And then when I come to this set of double wraps, I'm going to change back to coffee. Okay, again, it's time to change colors. So I have my tail towards the front. I'm going to place the new one in the back, and then just begin to wrap. Now that it's centered, I will do my figure 8 stitch again. And then just bring it around and keep wrapping. So I am going to do this one until I get to here. And then I'll add the mint back until I get to here. And then I will continue with coffee again until I get to the end. So I'm going to continue this for one more round. So I will continue this coffee until I get to the mint and then switch. Okay, and here I am. I actually added a figure 8 stitch right here when I first went back to the mint, just so I can hold that down. So that's it. I'm going to continue, but now you're not going to see the mint over the coffee since we're in this round where there's mint showing. So just make sure it's straight, bring it around, and pull it to tighten it just a bit. And I'm just going to continue this pattern all the way around. Okay, so I finished with these two colors, and if you want, you can continue. You can go opposite. You could do mint now and then coffee, mint, or whatever colors you're using. I'm actually going to do it again, but I'm going to use these two colors now, and I'm actually going to do the pink and then the beige over the mint, and then pink and then beige. But instead of doing the figure 8 stitch, I'm actually going to go back to my regular double wraps. So because this is a spiral, it's never going to be completely even. So this side, you can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 complete rounds. But then on this side, I matched them up right here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. If I would have continued going here, then there would have been 5. It'll always be off just a little bit. So I am just going to add in my t-shirt yarn. So it's the same way, like this. And then I will start wrapping. And I will go ahead and do my regular stitch. So it's going to go in the previous round, right below, right here, and then pull through. And then pull down nice and tight and double wrap. So I will continue doing this until I get to here and then switch to my beige and do the same thing. You could still see those little bumps right there. It's just because of the material that I chose. If you're using like raffia or really thin yarn, you don't really see this stitch as noticeable when you're doing the figure 8 stitch. So anyway, I am centered pretty much. So I'm going to go right here and pull through. And then just continue this for the entire round, switching my colors back and forth. And that is it. I am going to just continue my basket with probably just solid colors, no more patterns, but I just wanted to show you just a simple way that you can add some fun patterns to your basket with this color block design. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching.